2,000 years later.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Dimas Kurniawan Budisanto. On this occasion, I will review book Enter Art of Manusia. This novel was written by the author of the legend. His name is Pramoedya Ananta. This book was first published in 1980, but there were many conflicts, especially the government. Finally, this book was officially published in 2005 by Lantara di Pantara with a total of about 535 pages. This novel, Bumi Manusia, is historical genre, telling about the suffering of the colonist people as well as the arbitrariness of the rules on the form of people resistant to the rules. The main character in this novel are Nyai Ontosoroh, Minke, Annelies, and Herman Melena. Storyline. This story began in the 18th century to be precise in 1898 with the introduction of the Minke figure. Minke is an indigenous youth who is currently studying at HBS, or is now equivalent to senior high school. Not many other indigenous youth are as lucky as Minke to able to go to school to take education up to HBS level. Only noble children were entitled to attend school at the time. Long story short, Minke was introduced by schoolmate to very beautiful woman. It is said her name is Annelies. Annelies is child of white and indigenous descent. His father, Herman Melena, was an occupier who owned an indigenous company, and his mother, Nyai Ontosoroh. The term Nyai during the Dutch colonial period meant concubinous European mistress, not legally married but living together and having but mixed blood children. Nyai Ontosoroh was served by a father for promotion at the time and was made a mistress by Herman William. Nyai Ontosoroh is indigenous woman who has intelligent abilities and is able to manage her husband's company and typical European style, and is able to master Dutch very well. In his first visit, Minke was considered to have broad knowledge and insight as an indigenous citizen. Finally, Minke was invited to leave Nyai Ontosoroh. Minke had fallen in love with Annelies and decided to get married, but cannot happen because the law is against the marriage. At first, Minke was amazed by Nyai Ontosoroh. Not many indigenous women had good luck, he said. Oh, seriously? He began to study the life there is in. Gradually, he began to think whether the indigenous people could not get the same right as the white people, and voiced the mindset to tune into modern human who was professionally firmly entrenched by indigenous people with their superstitious mindset. The part my opponent breaks the most in this novel is the end of the story, because gets a lot of conflict over the injustice of the law that was then standing. Indigenous people were only made slave by the rules, and indigenous women were deprived of their moral rights. Not to mention, Nyai Ontosoroh had to part with Annelies and didn't get a penny after she managed her husband's business, because Nyai Ontosoroh was nothing but a mistress and had no right to recognize the child she was born with, not in accordance with the existing reality, and seems to have no moral. In this novel prompts about law and the unified of all indigenous people. Minke was hindered by Annelies' love because law at the time was not clear, and Nyai Ontosoroh had tragic fate from this very beginning. He was sold to Dutch by his father for promotion and had to spirit from his girls without obtaining a penny. I think this novel is suitable for reading for all age because the novel tells the story of even in the past when Indonesia was colonized by foreign nation, and also follows of the struggle of indigenous people against the arbitrariness of the colonials.